Hey y'all, it's Rabbi Becca here. I just wanted to see if maybe you might like a little Charoset 101 video. So Bella and I gathered all of the ingredients and she was gonna help me make it, but instead she's coloring. You know, it doesn't always work that she wants to be with me all the time. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you what we're doing. We've got apples. A lot of them. I think I got 5 smallish apples. They were discounted in the fruit that's going bad section, even though they really weren't going bad. I've got some walnuts here, but you could use anything you want, or you don't have to use nuts at all. We have dates because I like a little bit of a Sephardi flavor to it, and I like the texture that the dates create. We also have some manischewitz right here. And I've got 1/4 of a cup, but you could use more or less depending on what you want. And I've also got some raisins and cranberries. And last but not least, definitely not least, this is the most important part, is I've got some mixture of spices. Now, we can't do cinnamon in our household because I'm allergic. So I use a mixture of cardamom and ginger and allspice and nutmeg. And, you know, if you're looking for the exact, measurements, you're coming to the wrong place, because I'm kind of a taste as you go kind of girl. So, I do what works, but I don't necessarily know exactly, what the amounts are. So I'm sorry about that, but I hope this is helpful nonetheless. So I'm gonna move us over here so that we can put our ingredients in. We already started to make it a little bit because Bella did want to help me for a minute and then she sort of disappeared. So where I'm going to put in my apples first and chop those. And I don't use exact measurements for really anything, and Saul will tell you I'm really not into measurements, but I would start with a little bit of the walnuts and some apple and start that. So I'm gonna put it on for a second. Watch your ears. There we go. And that's really all that it needed. And then it looks, sort of like this delicious but strange mixture. And so then we add in a little more of the nuts. I add in all my walnuts, and I probably used almost a cup. I'm gonna add in most of the raisins and cranberries. I've got a little bit left, but added in most of those. Then I'll add in most of my dates. I've probably got about 10 or 15 dates here. And most of the spices. Now, some people would tell you not to add the spices until the end so that you could really taste, but I like to throw caution to the wind. So here we go. Let's blend a little more of that. Oh, yum. Looks really good. Still looks the same as it did before, but I'm gonna add in some wine now, some of this manischewitz. So I have to tell you, originally when I heard that liquor stores were going to be essential operating for this time of the virus, I thought, that's ridiculous. It shouldn't be essential. And then I realized that I was out of manischewitz. So thank goodness that the liquor stores were open, because otherwise we'd be in trouble. Okay. One last little pulse. And I think that is about it. Let me show you how beautiful that came out. I'm gonna grab here we go, a little spoon. Now it depends on what you like. I might add in more walnuts later. I might add in more dates later, but those are the first steps for what Charoset should look like. So I hope that you have a lovely Pesach, and I also hope to see you at our second night Seder. Chag Sameach.